अस्सलाम वालेकुम। कैसे हैं आप लोग? ठीक ठाक हैं? खैरियत से हैं? भाई रोहेल हयात ने कर दिया है कोक स्टूडियो को अलविदा। बहुत कुछ किसी हद तक मैंने फोर्स ही किया था, लेकिन जितने रोहेल भाई कॉन्फिडेंट थे मेरे साथ व्हेन वी लास्ट मेट इन दिसंबर, मुझे नहीं लग रहा था कि दिस विल हैपन सो सून। और मुझे लग रहा था कि एक आध सीजन टाइप रोहेल भाई का सीन हो जाएगा एंड यू नो वी विल बी फॉर इट कि राफे यार एक सीजन और कर लेते हैं। एंड क्योंकि लास्ट सीजन तो नहीं हो रहा था, द लास्ट सीजन wasn't happening and it was Rohail Hyatt who made sure that the season happens. Because the logic that Rohail Hyatt gave me was very simple. The logic was, if the brand is not interested, if the brand is not selling bottles, why should we make music? It was very simple from the brand side that when we aren't selling what we are supposed to sell, if the market is not so conducive because of COVID-19, then why should we even put so much money in a new season? To which Rohail Hyatt said, okay, let's figure something out. Let's do it for music. Let's make it more minimalistic. And that is what Rohail Hyatt told me. I don't know what happened between the brand and him, but that's the explanation that he gave to me. Again, today's vlog is in English. I'll try to incorporate kuch Urdu bhi, kuch Angrezi bhi, to make it accessible for a wider audience, because more people are interested in what happened to Rohail Hyatt. And so, of late, I had an indication. If you look at his social media, Rohail Hyatt has always been a very, very private person. He never interacts on social media, especially not Twitter. And suddenly you saw him, you know, giving people plantation advices. And suddenly when the Senate elections were happening, the hyper-nationalist and politically uninterested person in Rohail Hyatt woke up, something जो हमारे artists की छुपी रहनी चाहिए, woke up and said that, you know, Imran Khan is the greatest leader ever and all that. That's an issue with the entire generation. But that's what he said, and so did Bilal Maqsood and all. I was like, okay, maybe it's a one-time thing, maybe, you know, it's a push to do all these things. But no, it wasn't. And suddenly I saw Rohail Hyatt putting up random videos, random comedy videos, commenting on random musicians' channels. And then one day someone asked him that, you know, why is he a part of CS? He said, I'm not planning CS anymore. So that was a very cryptic answer from Rohail Hyatt. And I think it was day before yesterday when he tweeted that, or maybe early yesterday. So that made me call him. Or not call him, I messaged Rohail Bhai. I was like, what's up? And he gave me a very long reply, and he said that, you know, I'm back on social media because I'm trying to find my how neutral I am. Because he's always about balances, to keep the balances right. That's the way he looks at life. He's one of those people who are into these Fibonacci numbers and how nature connects and finding the balance in nature and yada, yada, yada. So when that happened, he said that, you know, I was doing that, and when I asked about Coke, he said, no, I'm not doing Coke. But here's the thing. He may have said that he's not doing Coke. A very good birdie, a very loyal birdie tells me that he might be involved in some other capacity with Coke Studio. I don't know whether it will be a godfather of sorts or something. He will be doing that. But something very interesting that happened is that whether it was planned, I don't think it was planned. The day Rohail had sort of shared on Twitter that he's no longer doing Coke Studios, also the day before the Pakistan Day song was coming out, which Ali Hamza has led, that Watan Ki Matti, I think, something. And there are 3 songs in it. I found them quite disappointing, to be honest. It seemed like a rehash of different versions. And to be honest with you, again, people might confuse me for a very pro-Rohail person, a very Rohail Parast person, but I know this for a fact that Rohail Hyatt never enjoyed the hyper-patriotic tone in Coke Studio. In fact, I think under the Sound of the Nation tagline, he just did 1 season. And when I spoke to him, and I'll probably write about it at some point, he also said that he did not like the sound of the nation, or one spirit, one sound, one nation slogans. But his logic was very simple, that they don't, by they mean the brand, the marketing team, that they don't interfere in my creative process, so why would I interfere in theirs? But again, he is of the opinion, which a lot of people are also, that music is something that should not be, that cannot be sort of restricted to one boundary, one country, one border. And that is what exactly happened in the Pakistan Day song. So I put a tweet that did not get a lot of recognition and I felt it should, which was, I said कि कोक स्टूडियो वतन की मिट्टी गवाह रहना, रोहेल हयात अच्छा चलता हूँ दुआओं में याद रखना. So basically I think he kind of knew that ISPR would somehow softly be, maybe they were dictating the show before as well, I'm not sure. But this time it's very much overt that the Pakistan Day presentation is presented in support by the ISPR. In fact, some of the artists who have collaborated on the song also said special thanks to Coke Studio and ISPR and Ali Hamza for making this everything possible. So that's there. Now Coke Studio has very much become the state apparatus which it never thought it would be, the apparatus for the Pakistani state to do more propaganda. If not even more propaganda, I like the video, it has inclusivity, it has religious inclusivity. But Coke Studio, although it aspired to call itself Sound of the Nation, and it sometimes even compared itself to how Radio Pakistan in 1965 appreciated the soldiers. It is the same zeal and vigor that the platform was looking for. And I read that in the Coke Studio book. There's a Coke Studio booklet that came out, I think, in season 10. You can have a look at it, and it's all of this is written there. In some way, if you're trying to understand their ideology, if there is anything beyond just a brand ideology, it is there in that book, and a lot of it is, to be honest, quite debatable. Khair. Now the thing is that who's replacing Rohail Hyatt? What I would say for now, the most likely contender is Xulfi, because Xulfi has been in talks with Coke Studio for quite some time. He's previously produced songs for them. He produced Hum Ek Hain for them, and he's also very uptight with the Coke team these days. A little birdie told me that, he was also visited by the Coca-Cola team, and he spoke to them and he told them about the Pakistani culture and what is happening in Pakistani music. Something I'm pretty sure will not go down too well with some of the other people who have significantly contributed to Coke Studio and its ideology and its inclusivity, and turning into a mammoth that no one ever imagined that it will turn into. I like Xulfi. People are also saying Ali Hamza. I don't think it will be Ali Hamza. I like Xulfi. But I have just one fear. I always get the impression that because he launched so much new talent through Nescafe Basement, he has maybe surrounded himself with a lot of youngsters, but also a lot of yes men. This is again an impression I've got. And I must also tell you that I've never met Xulfi. We've spoken a lot on WhatsApp. We've had disagreements on WhatsApp. And he's appreciated some of my stands. Once at the Sapma Awards, Xulfi's award was given to someone else. And I took a stand for him. I said, how can you give it to someone else when Xulfi's name is on it? And then he really appreciated me. He said the award doesn't matter, but someone told me what happened last night. And I was a part of the jury, and I was in the audience in that award as well. So that is something that we can also talk about later. But my only fear is that Xulfi shouldn't turn every song into a call song, because that's what happened with Karakoram. Karakoram is an excellent band. I really liked Tufan when they started, but it very much looked like an extension of Call. Although Sherry Khatak is an exceptionally talented songwriter, musician, singer, and his talent can be seen in the Misha Shafi song Main, which is incredible, I think, which was performed in the third season of Pepsi Battle of the Bands. So I have that one fear, and there's also another reason why I feel it is Xulfi, because Xulfi was handed over Coke Studio Explorer, I think 2 years back, but that never happened. I don't know why it didn't happen, whether it didn't happen because of Rohail not being interested in it, or whether it didn't happen because of budgets or Xulfi's own preoccupation. But let's hope if Xulfi takes over, this opens a new chapter in Xulfi's career, in Pakistani music's career, because it is very, very difficult to revive or resuscitate a platform, a show like Coke Studio. It's close to impossible. It should have ended by now, but it's grown so big that I feel that it requires a complete rebranding, a complete replanning. So let's hope that Xulfi is able to add something new, because if that doesn't happen, then Coke Studio is going to mark Xulfi's downfall, because his peak has already been noticed via his work in Nescafe Basement. So that's the thing. You have to outpace yourself. You have to exceed your own expectations. And I have huge respect for Xulfi. And abhi though we still don't know whether Xulfi will be the final person or not. But Rohail has left it. Rohail is happily gardening plants and looking after the plants. I will put up a new vlog, hopefully when I meet him in a couple of weeks, and update you about everything else. Till then, please like, subscribe, share my channel. I don't want to be one of those vloggers who start with like, subscribing, because it becomes a bit of a cheating with the audience. But please spread the word around. Please like my channel and tell me if you want me to do more vlogs in English. That's it. अपना ख्याल रखिए, दुआओं में याद रखिए, और that's it. Till then, bye bye.